however. Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes I even slum it up on Gamefound. And today is one of those instances, because today I am very pleasantly surprised to say that I hope I am wrong. I typically recommend to anyone who will listen that 95 to 98% of people should never even consider using Gamefound. Just stick with Kickstarter. They have millions upon millions of more people. And especially if you're a small publisher, don't even try it unless you have something big. And I feel like the front page of Gamefound, once again, just kind of spotlights that. Because this project is live, Candy Hunters, and it is funded, so surely it might be on the front page since there's only like 12 projects on Gamefound right now, right? Well, instead we got this Feast thing, which I'll give them a little bit of a pass on. They just launched this hours ago, actually, because I was quite literally going through Gamefound as I like to do. I like to go through Gamefound and Kickstarter and look for upcoming projects that I want to cover, right? And it was pretty slim pickings on Gamefound, so they just launched 6 big things. But once again, I want you to pay attention. Cyberpunk, Avatar, Sky Tier Hordes, which is a big, already pre-existing thing. They've done numerous Kickstarters. Phalanx with their Hannibal, which is like a popular game. I don't know anything about it. Rock Manor Games, who is a great company, by the way. They got some really good bangers. And Mindbug Battlefruit. So once again, they would fall into that 5% of people that say, yeah, you might want to consider going over to Gamefound instead of Kickstarter, because you have something. You have something big and tangible and marketable, whereas most people do not when they first launch. So now we'll take a look at our active, and of course, it's not going to be on the front page. Are you kidding me? This is Gamefound. They don't give a crap unless you're a big company. They're not going to put you up here. Maybe you'll get lucky. You'll be like Gabe Barrett over here, and you'll get pop up for the solo one, but most of the time not. Also, very interested to check out baseball highlights. The move from Kickstarter to Gamefound, I imagine they were thinking that was going to cure a lot of their ills, and I don't think it is. I think whoever's running whoever runs their Kickstarters / crowdfunding is probably the big issue there. I mean, it's just, they just keep spinning in a circle, it feels like, except when it's a Vital Lacerda game. Anything that's not Vital Lacerda, and it's like, Zombicide the Dead Keep. Yeah, that's a big one, too. That one's like going to be a reprint, or I don't know exactly what it is. So now we're actually looking at the, not upcoming, I don't want to look at upcoming, we're actually looking at the games that are actually available for you to crowdfund right now. Because there is 20, okay. No, it wasn't 12, it's 20, there's a lot. Cool, good for them. And down here we have Candy Hunters by Smart Flamingo. 5 days left to go, 813 hearts, good for them. 286, looking at the main image, it's pretty garbage. I mean, I hate to say it, but the bottom line is, I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that looks like artificial intelligence artwork, which I don't care about. I personally love AI artwork. I'll pound my chest every live-long day. I want to support AI artwork more than just about any other content creator out there. And a lot of them want to, but they just won't say it because it's not popular. But just looking at this main image, it's really like, okay, there's kids, and they're scared from the dark, and it's 2 to 4 players, ages 8+. So I know it's a family weight game, which is not actually the kind of typical game that you see doing particularly well on Kickstarter or Gamefound. So I'm excited to see what this one is doing differently. It's Halloween. That's a great start. Anytime you can theme your game around a holiday, I think that's just going to give it extra legs, especially in the long run. You go around the houses with other kids and collect candies, but it won't be that easy, of course. You have to collect as many sweets as possible, but avoid the ghost. Wow, what a gripping description of nothing. So I guess it's set collection with like bad stuff mixed in, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully the video is going to crush it here. As always, the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And how did you successfully manage? Oh, look at those nice components. This is why I hate the freaking square on Gamefound. It just forces you to not be able to use all the beautiful extra space that a rectangle gives you. Because looking at these components, I say, okay, those look nice. They look different. They look distinct. They stand out. Okay. Let's get to the video. Wow, those are really nice components. They look like Blue Orange game components to me, which is a good vibe. Howdy, Huckleberry. Howdy, Yogi. All right, official trailer. Let's go.
It's Halloween. Time to hunt for the candies. Who will collect the most? And who is creeping behind you? You search houses to get the most candies. But there are some real ghosts, and they make you...
Man, I'd love to see some components.
Candy Hunters is a quick
there we go.
Wits. Each turn...
Okay.
Place an additional spooky house in the neighborhood. Then you move a ghost. If the ghost meets a kid, that kid is scared off and must be moved. After that, you check if you score any house pattern.
Ooh, okay.
If you do, remove the houses. Each kid on the matching house runs off with candies, but beware of ghosts which give you negative points. At the end of your turn, you place another kid from your band on any tile. Don't.
I feel like this is a really well-made video, by the way. The 3D rendering, everything looks good here. Really rock-solid example of just cohesion of gameplay and components. Big fan of that.
Scared of ghosts. Carefully plan your.
And there's all your components, so I'm expecting a small price here as well. I'm going to guess under $30. I mean, obviously, once we get to shipping, it's going to be a different ballgame. But yeah, looks like a very inexpensive game, which is nice. I'd put the price, honestly, on the main square. Kevin said, from an artist's perspective, I understand the hate for AI, but this is the board game spirit, not an art gallery, and backers already expect me to go into debt to make them a game. 1 to 4. Yeah, I thought it said 2 to 4 on the main image. Now that you say that, let me double check these there. Oh yeah. Oh, where do I find you? God dang it! Where is this? It's stupid. Well, this is once again why I don't think the main image is very good. It's really hard to even see it, but yeah, I think it does say 2 to 4, which once again, you always want to be pounding your chest if you got a solo mode. Just period, especially with family games. As someone, I'll say, oh, Huckleberry turned into a guessing game. I love it. 25. That seems right about right. Especially with a family weight game, you want to pound your chest about solo games. If you have kids, I would say between the age of 7 and 11, chime in the comments below. But I know my 2 sons gravitate towards any game they can play solo. And even if they can't, they'll still just sit there and play it 2 players, 2-handed, once they know what they're doing. All right, so Smart Flamingo, have they done anything in the past? They did West Story, a town-building game. Oh, no, that one's coming up. Wow, 1,300 followers. Holy guacamole. And they did Eater. Wow, how in the hell does that have 1,300 pre-launchers? They must have, I'm going to guess Peter to something or must be a big deal, because that is really a high number for a small publisher on Kickstarter. Gamefound. All right, so this one was on Kickstarter, I think. Let's make sure people got their stuff. $11,000. People get their things. It's all we care about. Received my copy. It looks pretty nice, but I've had an issue in learning the game where game and play are used pretty interchangeably, so I have no idea how many times I'm able to use illusion. Hi there. They are not used interchangeably. They differ from each other. The game consists of 2 to 3 plays when played normal. Another issue here is you have your mage for the whole game, but you're picked to a total card for each play. So how many times can I use illusion to spell over the course of a game? As it is in the rule booklet, once per player. This would be great if you actually had like the page there. Sorry about that, and thank you. We found the mistake. We will issue the erratum. So yeah, here you are. On page 9 in the rule booklet should be a single power card can be used per play instead of per game. And the card that is removed from the game is removed from the game until the end of the current play instead of game. So this is exactly what they were talking about. So no, they're not wrong. Your rule booklet is wrong. Because for a second it sounded like, oh, no, you're just misunderstanding. But it's like, oh, no, it's actually, it's your end. So people got it 4 months ago, tracked down, cool. Poland, Australia, doing great customer service here. It's a joke. The playmat is made of very thin fabric with a white back. It's not made of rubber. This playmat is worth half the money. First in the Polish campaign, very ugly acrylic meeples were made, and here now you could buy much nicer wooden ones to replace them, but the playmat was a huge failure. It's a fraud. I am so disappointed. Additionally, they showed us the mat in the video where it looks thick with a black back like rubber playmats. Ew, yeah, that's a cardinal sin. If you're going to focus on stuff like that, you better sure as hell back it up, because those are little tiny details that people notice. I notice. People, if you check out a lot of Kickstarters, like, ooh, look at the stitching on there. The Polish manufacturer Playmatty makes very good rubber mats, but this is simply a scam. It's not worth the money. Hello, sorry that you were disappointed with the playmat. The question is, isn't it a matter of first impression? Okay, I really don't like how they handle their customer service, but I really do like reading how they handle their customer service. As it was clearly described in the campaign, it is not rubber, but an anti-slip fabric. This is a new technology increasingly used by playmats due to benefits such as the fact that it does not crease, can be washed, folded. Oh, this is great. This is actually great. This material is becoming very popular in battle mats. It's only available with a white bottom. I would mention one other game that's used it. The key is just that you misled by showing a video in which it looks like a rubber mat, and the information about the mat was scant. Scant. That's a word I don't use, but I like. So the price is for a rubber mat, and you got something much worse. How did they answer this? That by using a reputable manufacturer of rubber mats Playmatty, you were also misleading, are quite serious accusations. Man, I really don't like how they do customer service. And expandedly, how can I save space? After all, the mat is in a tube. The rubber mat will fit in the same tube, or possibly the tube will be 1 centimeter wider. It's nothing, so don't use the space-saving argument. The producer is Playmat itself, no other company. As stated before, we use one of the fabric they have recommended to us because of the above-mentioned reasons. I get it. Those reasons featured in the fabric may not be attractive to you. Now, when you say it, I see that the video may cause some doubts and that it is indeed our mistake. Sorry for that. Well, maybe you could not... maybe you should start off by not leading like an asshole. And I'm trying to say that in the nicest, bluntest way possible. I actually think your answers are perfectly fine. It's just, you just need to put a teeny little bit of spin here. Because if I'm the customer hearing from you, I'm like, oh, F you, buddy. And I wonder if it's just a language curve. Like I said, though, I feel like they're giving very solid answers. But just the delivery... I think it's a bit off. Now when you say it, I see the video may cause some doubts. Now when you say it, come on, really? You didn't see it before. It is indeed our mistake. Sorry for that. So this is what you lead with. And this is coming from someone who's really bad at saying I'm sorry. So this is just pretty much my wife's mouth opening and my words coming out. But still there's a clear description about the type of fabric, about the price. Please check the price as the source. Here, the price. Now I kind of want to go into their Kickstarter page and see how transparent they were about it. But we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that shenanigans. Can you do it? I'm going to give it a tentative check mark because the bottom line is they have $10,000 to make this game, which is incredibly simplistic game to make component-wise. Non-English first language. Yeah, that could be. Succumbing to troll bait. Yes, indeed. All right, so can you do it? Yeah, I'll give it wow, $39. Okay, that's the all-in. So I'm assuming that you're going to wow me with your original price. Tactical abstract strategy game, so I'm immediately, it's not for me, but still, I love the fact you're using buzzwords. Create patterns of houses to score points. Position your kids. I got it. Candy Hunters is a fast but very tactical game, an entertaining puzzling game for the whole family with a fun theme. All right, very tactical, entertaining, puzzly. Okay, it's fine. I think it's a fine quote. Mentioning the fact it's a puzzly game, always a good thing. Table topping. Every turn is a delightful dilemma of pattern creation and ghostly evasion. Wow, is that a rhyme? Evasion, creation? Go you, table topping. Let's see if the quote's actually worth it, though. It's a game that captures the essence of Halloween fun. I'm going to guess. So, honestly, with that start, this is one of the few times where I'm going to blame table topping if it's a bad quote. Normally, I go as far out of my way to say I'm not attacking content creators for the crappy quotes, I'm attacking the companies, but this one feels like one that they made themselves. So I hope they really bring some spice with this. I like this. I like the rhyme to start with, though, personally. It's a game that captures the essence of Halloween fun, combining with a brain-teasing strategy that's as engaging for adults as it is for kids. That's a great little bit there. A true gem for those who love games that tickle the brain and the imagination. Okay, little crap, little good stuff mixed in. Who are these quoted people? Table topping, obviously, and Hetspilges Kopal. Are they clickable? They are. Delightful. Not this one. You don't need to know about table topping. Why would you make that one clickable? Oh, I wonder if it's a TikToker. Is that what they're called? They have like a special name? Table topping. Explore the world of board games. Oh, no. They got a website. Maybe you could be nice and, Splendor Pokemon. 7 Seas. Okay, cool. Yeah, they got a website. Maybe you could be cool and, send them a clickable link there like you did the other ones. Back Now, Play Halloween, Find Out Board Game Geek. Cool. Mysterious Mist. I'm going to guess that this is an expansion. No, it's not called an extension. An unlimited extension. It's an expansion. I don't know why you're choosing to use words that we don't use, that everyone doesn't use. It's not like it's just me being a curmudgeon. Expansion, the word expansion in the board game hobby is incredibly prevalent. Like, you just look weird not using it, I think is the best word. Importantly, we will only make a limited print run of this expansion. Oh, now you're calling it expansion. Cool. Before it was an extension, now it's an expansion. It'll mainly be made available during the campaign and less often be available during such events as Spiel. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. They're going to print off a smaller print run of this and sell it after the fact. Most likely they'll bundle it all together at booths. Be like, you're on the fence about the game. We'll throw in the playmat, that sort of thing. Limited print, advanced gameplay, playmat as a board, new rules and mechanics. Cool. Hopefully I have a video about that somewhere. Why back now? We offer you enormous discount, almost 50% off. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, buddy. Because this is a $78 package that I'm buying here. When you throw around numbers that big, what person is this country from? That's a good question. I'm not sure. On Kickstarter, it tells you, but on here, it does not. Kickstarter does, but Gamefound doesn't. Maybe it says it here in the more info. Nah, they don't want you to know much about the people you're backing from. That's not how Gamefound rolls. All right, so, man, I really hate some of the stuff Kickstarter's doing now, too. I don't even know if I have a favorite crowdfunding platform now. I'm so annoyed with Kickstarter. Quick delivery. I do, however, love some of the crap BackerKit is doing. I was exploring BackerKit this morning. I was like, man, if only they could get games and not just pins. You will play an RPG books. They crushed it with the Brandon Sanderson one right now. It's making $19 million, but it's so far out of my lane, I'm not even going to cover it. You'll play your game during this Halloween. The delivery date is October 2024, so we're doing a pre-order pretty much. More fun inside the box during the campaign. We plan several stretch goals, adding more fun and replayability to the game. Let's make it together. Gamefound exclusives. We have Sith prepared for you. STH. Don't know what that means. Plus extension. Oh, STH is the name of the game? No, I don't know what it is. Will be available only during the campaign and events. MSRP of the game is €25 net. Thought it was saving 50% off. Okay. So, it is $39 for the all-in, which has 52 people. This comes with the base game, plus the expansion you haven't told me much about, and the 100 card sleeves. Icky, I don't need the card sleeves, especially not for your game. This is one of the few times where I think Bauer's Law is going to get broken, and I don't think that will be the most popular pledge level, even though looking at the math, 52 times 39, I really should know that, because, no. 18 times just for the base game. Wow, $19. That's a great price. That's a great price. Candy Hunters early bird, $15. Jiminy Christmas. Oh, and then here's the all-in set, $160. Okay. Flamingo Pack, you want to get our other games. 3 times Flamingo Pack, early bird, get our other games. Okay. Retail store, $106? Bro, are you even giving them a deal? What's 106 divided by 6? That's, so it's 20, 15. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a good deal at all. Like, that feels like, it's nice that you put it there, but man, that does not feel like a great price. Great Ghosts with the mechanics. You want to drive traffic, put $50 early bird on the image. 100% agree, especially for a game like this. Oh, it's a family game. It's $15. Whatever, I'm in. Because then it's like, I'm obviously in on the $15, and now it's like, when you ask me to jump up to, no, you're bundling that card sleeves. I don't want the card sleeves. And no pledge manager. Okay. Great Ghost with unique mechanics. So this is only for backers. 5th special ghost with rules describing his movements. That's hot. That's a lot of fun. Love it. 4 advanced pattern cards. Great pumpkin upgrades. Make Candy Hunters your favorite game. Plus 4 aid cards. Go to Board Game Geek, log into your account, and go to Handy Hunters here and click the heart as shown in this. Okay. Cool. 10 solo puzzles. Buy our other stuff. They do have the a la carte upgrade all in. Interesting. Okay. Inside the box. Components. Prototype. Is there sound here? Nope. Cool. I don't get TikTok. So this is a quiet unboxing video. Man, this is just... As a content creator, I have stooped to stuff that's this easy to make. I don't like to do it. And she's actually putting way more effort than I even did, but with just this down here. But good for her. And I'm still watching. How's this embedded on here? I'm just so curious. GIF. That's it. Yeah, I think they took a GIF, or GIF, however you want to say it, of a TikTok. Put it on there. Candy Hunters unboxing. Oh, is this the... Man, I'm glad we have 2 one-minute unboxing videos here instead of a gameplay. Said no one at all. Simple rules, lots of fiddling and fun. The team on the radar gives this game 3 yeses. Okay, so 3 people liked it. Base game is bilingual, English polish. So here's the mysterious mists. Players will uncover new possibilities. Be brave. Man, I am so over this campaign, though, honestly. Like, yeah. Expansion will be able only for backers. Where's that how to play video? Where's that gameplay video? I just want to make sure it's here. There it is. I would put this way higher, honestly. 8:37. So I'm imagining that this is actually a full how to play, where if I sit down, sit on the toilet, watch this, I'll be like, okay, I know how to play this. The game comes in the mail. I'll watch this one more time with my kids, and we're done. Like, I can play it. That's what I'm envisioning from this 8-minute video. So I feel like putting it this far down low is not the greatest idea. That being said, you can easily click over here, but it's just, you got 2 unboxing videos. Who the hell cares? Like, this is worth its weight in gold. So much more than that unboxing video. And not just because it's the Dice Tower. You're like, yeah, Forrest, it's obviously worth more because it's the Dice Tower. No, I'm not. This could literally be the Mice Tower, a spinoff of the Dice Tower, or any other. This could be some Johnny-come-lately who's only put up 16 videos. But if it's actually a full how-to-play video, it's worth so much more than 2 stupid unboxing videos. And that is not an insult to the people doing unboxing videos. Because once again, I do unboxing videos as well. It's just, it is what it is. I see how unboxing videos track over the short term and over the long term because I've done quite literally over 100 of them. That's not bragging. They're super easy to do. It's just, you're so much more valuable with these other videos, and I would put those up higher. That's what I was really getting there. All right, so what do we got? Wow, it's a super short rules. Remember, you misspelled remember, so I'd fix that. Not a big deal. It's just something to note. One of the reasons why I always recommend putting your rule booklet here. Wow, that looks so incredibly rules light. So super rules light there. Great. Contact us to play it on Tabletop Simulator. Okay. Typically, it's just a link where you click and you go, but all right. That's even more surprising to me based on how simple this game is that I can't just click on it and play it right now. It's deceivingly challenging with only 4 actions. You try to score your gold cards, but you're also trying to collect candy to score sets of different colors. I do like the fact that we're mentioning the set collection a little bit in the 4 actions. This is a segment. I'm not even going to talk about this segment right here because I don't think anything nice is going to come out of my mouth, and I don't want to do that. I am not the target market for this, and if you are, more power to you. I'm just curious, like, what do people think about this sort of stuff? 168 is not terrible. Commissions earned. What does that mean? I don't know. Anywho, and I'm not really one to judge because, by the way, most likely what this person did was they were like, man, I want to get myself a piece of that Kickstarter crowdfunding pie without having to, do all the hard work. And so they just made this segment. And that's not an insult. That literally is the Kickstarter critique. I literally did the exact same thing. So not a criticism. That's kind of how this segment came around. I was like, man, I want some of that Kickstarter pie, but I don't want to do all the hard work. 20 puzzles of increasing difficulty level. Oh, cool. The solo mode is just 20 puzzles, and you have to... That's fantastic. I feel like this is so far buried. I just hate the organization of this page, really. You can check the solution in the manual. Can you guess it? Cool. Reviews. Click logos to read the full reviews. Candy Hunters is a lightning-fast game that is perfect for the Halloween season. The game is optimal for families with light rules. Wow, okay. Lots of stuff here. Lots of quotes here. Jiminy Christmas. They had a boatload of prototypes out. This honestly seems like the way. I started this off by saying I would never, ever, ever recommend anyone go to Gamefound unless you have a big designer, a big publisher, a big artist, or a big intellectual property, or you're doing a 2nd, 3rd, 4th print run. Okay? No, dude, that guy is good. He does the upcoming crowdfunding every week. Awesome. I've never watched him, so I don't have a concrete opinion. I was just judging it based off the fact it's a 1-minute video talking about a Board Game Geek page listing, which seems incredibly simple. And more power to him for finding it. That's what the Kickstarter critique is. It was an incredibly simple segment idea that a lot of people have, I don't want to say copied, but have done as well in some form. And I'm sure I probably wasn't the first one. I'm just doing it different than other people. AI space puzzle. So yeah, now we're talking about some of the other stuff that you were trying to get me to sell earlier. This is what I'm talking about. Why is it so far spaced out? I wanted to know what this was 10 minutes ago when it popped up, and I didn't know what the hell it was. And now we're talking about game designers, cool stuff, things, shipping. Hey, here we go. Convert the currencies would be nice. North America and Africa. Look at there. We don't typically get lumped up with Africa. Good for you, Africa. You're getting some decent shipping here. €9. So what am I at the end of the day? 48, 50 something dollars. It's roughly $50 for this game. After seeing that rule booklet, I'm just a no. And I know it comes with the playmat. That's good. It's an expansion, so it's a game, and it's an expansion. And it's just the card sleeves bundled up there. I can't help myself. Man, I wish this was $35 off the card sleeves. But I feel like at that point I'm splitting hairs. At the end of the day, $50 for this doesn't feel like a great price. Just hard stop. So how much is it? Doesn't feel nice. Especially for what's on the game. Especially if these are actually stickers and not screen printing. Successfully funded on. What the hell is that? Oh my gosh. All right. Looks like we're doing a wolfsparium.to critique coming up soon. Because I love checking out different crowdfunding platforms. Expect that next week potentially, or 2 weeks. All right. So, there. That's everything we got. All right. Oh, but that's what I was saying. At the beginning of this video, I said to myself, I don't think I'm the OG. I'm sure someone was doing it before me. I think maybe the Dice Tower was doing like a crowdfunding segment or something like that. But no one was really giving as many opinions. And you can read between the lines on that one, I'm sure. That's not taking a shot at anybody. Giving opinions, it's not always the best thing for your career as a content creator. Let me tell you that. I've got the receipts. One of these days. Are you planning to upgrade kids tokens to wooden ones? We're considering that, but no decision yet. You're planning to upgrade kids tokens. I don't know what that means, but cool. Good luck. Portal Games. All right. Oh, but that's what I was saying. How did this get funded? How did it do well? How did it buck that trend that I always say where it's like if you're a small publisher, you just want to stay the hell away from Gamefound? And it looks like just in an absolutely insane number of prototypes. Like, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's probably like 14, 15 different quotes from different people here. Now, what they'll do a lot of the time is they'll send it to a reviewer. Then they'll be like, hey, I've included the prepackaged, pre-stamped thing so you can send it off to the next person. Most of the time they don't do that. They just ask you to do it. They say they'll pay you in the back end, which is super annoying. But whatever. It's part of being a content creator. You deal with it. But honestly, a lot of times what people do is they'll just say, all right, I'm just going to get 15, 20, 25. I've heard up to 100 freaking prototypes. That's not being hyperbolic, people. Once again, I work for a Chinese manufacturer that makes board games. And my boss was like, oh, no. Average is like 15, 20. And I was like, what? Who the hell is making 15 to 20 of these? And here's the reason why. It's just at the smaller print run of prototypes, they're super stupid expensive. You're better off going to the Game Crafter most of the time, honestly, or a print-on-demand service. It's probably going to have slightly lower quality, but it's going to save you a lot of money. And if you are in the market for manufacturing and you're like, Jiminy Christmas, these prototype prices are super stupid expensive, ask them for a discount. Take that from someone who works for a manufacturer once again. Ask them for a discount, because here's the bottom line. Once they know that you've pretty much gotten a prototype from them, you're probably going to be locked into working with them. So they're more than happy to foot the bill a lot of times in the prototypes. So final grade, but that's, I'm guessing, is how they did so well with this, which is kudos for them. News, contest, puzzle, how to play, language versions. Wow, we got lots of stuff here. Engaging updates. No comments. That's disappointing. Let's see. This is just from 2 days ago. Yeah. That's really surprising. No one at all commented on this and only 2 thumbs up. Wow. That's absolutely insanely bad engagement. But then again, let's look at that title. News. So this is why you should probably make your updates a bit more descriptive than just news. Like, if you're reaching out to me to give me update number 14, forgive me, but I kind of already assume that you have news. I didn't think it was just you reaching out to chit-chat to see how we're doing. Post in the poll below. How was your last Thursday? Like, obviously it's news. What is it? There's a puzzle? There's polling? What's going on here? I definitely think whoever's doing those needs to give a bit more information. Like this one. First contest puzzle published. Let's see if this one got a little bit more engagement. Nope. Okay. Well, whatever. I would still recommend it because news is just very generic. So final grade for Candy Hunters. This is an interesting one. Do I want it? You know, it's been so long, but I feel like the video is really well done.
It's at the end of your turn.
I got the gist. The price is right, even though you start off on a bad foot, honestly, with this $39. When I see $39, I'm like, ugh, gag me with a spoon. And then I don't feel like you sold me very well on the playmat at all, and I don't feel like you sold me very well on the card sleeves at all. Granted, on the card sleeves, I mean, it is what it is. You either want them or you don't want them. Because, yeah, the price is great. $15. Like, dang. Yeah. So do I want it? Yeah. Can you do it? Yeah. And then how much is it? Not good. So, final grade, I would say it's going to be a good one. And here's why. Family games are hard to market on Kickstarter or Gamefound. Just period. They are. They are one of the hardest genres. Euro games do better consistently. Party games do consistently better. Abstract strategy games do consistently better. Hell, I'm not willing to say war games quite that far, but I don't feel like, yeah. So what I'm saying, it's difficult to get one of these funded, period. Secondly, they took it to Gamefound, which is a really ambitious one. And someone was asking where they're from, and I wonder if that's why. I wonder if it's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, we can't get on Kickstarter because of where we are or something like that. I'm also curious about how this one's doing so well. Most popular. First reviews after playing an Essen, 23. Wow, okay. That's why. So this one has a lot of people buzzing about it. So I'm going to guess this was a soft release at Essen 2023, and now they're bringing it over to the United States of America. Good for them. That's what a lot of companies do. That's what Z-Mind Games did. That's what Tasty Minstrel Games did. That's what a lot of companies do. Final grade on this one. I'm gonna go pretty positive, I think, on this, because at the end of the day, do I think they'd be doing them better on Kickstarter? Yeah, 100%. I still think they would. It's just, come on, let's we're adults here. I think they'd be doing better on Kickstarter. And I don't think the story is doing them many favors. I do like the fact that they get straight down to business, but it's just, it feels wonky, the organization of the page, and it's just, I don't know. I'm going to go with a C+. I think B- maybe. I'm going to go with a B-. I really am not interested in abstract strategy games. So I'm going to try and factor in my biases a bit. I'm going to go with a B- on Candy Hunters. I still think it probably would have done better on Kickstarter. But I feel like they did a really good job. Like, look at this picture. Like, it's a great picture. Not that Gamefound wants you to see rectangles, but, So, yeah, B-. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Candy Hunters. I'm very curious to see what everyone else thinks about this. Man, that playmat, though, that does give, yeah. B-. I'm just going to B- before we get out of here to say anything else. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And you know what? You know what I'm going to do after this video? I'm going to go watch that 1-minute video to see exactly what that's about. Because, yeah, now I'm curious. Because I've actually heard of that segment before, and I've heard good things before. But have a good one. Bye-bye.